What is up guys, this is Juan from Cosmic Fury, and on this episode I'll be going through Cyborg issue number 1 and a review at the end of this video. So early spoiler warning, if you think this video might reveal a bit too much, you might want to turn away and do something else. But if not, then let's continue. With the announcement of DCU, a slew of new titles followed in its path, and one of them is Cyborg's solo run. Being a fan of the Justice League, I am very much interested on the stories that can be written about Victor Stone, half man, half machine, but all hero. The creative team involved in this project consists of David Walker on the writing duties, who has done Shaft, The Supernals Experiment, and The Army of Dr. Moreau. On the coloring department, it's being handled by Adriano Lucas, and the artwork seems to be shared between Ivan Reyes and Joe Prado, the Brazilian guys who have done a chunk of DC stuff, especially Aquaman. Throughout the publication of Cyborg, Victor doesn't really have a tight-knit relationship between his dad, Silas Stone. Silas is a workaholic, and the only time he pays attention to Victor is when something scientific seems to associate itself to his son. Much of that still hasn't changed in this debut issue. Cyborg's overall suit design is very different. It's much more minimal and sleek as to compare during his earlier days during the New 52 Justice League, of which was more bulkier and tank-like. The look now has the feel of the nanosuit from the Crisis games and a more human feature, but retains an android fidelity. A few panels do however show on how Cyborg's new look came to be, all thanks to his built-in memory-like recordings displaying the events on screen. These few panels do just enough to summarize the events that you don't need to go to the Justice League back issues to find out why it happened. Puberty is not a word often used to relate itself to a machine, but when you start to see glimpses of the hidden potential of what Cyborg can become, the constant attempts of attention he tries on his dad, and Sarah Charles, who seems to be the only one who cares about Victor's feelings as a person. So yeah, those are the stuff you would probably go through yourself in real life. But a word I would like to associate this debut with is balance, and let me explain why. Scenes do switch back and forth between the calm at Star Labs and the impending doom battles between two factions, of which is located somewhere in another galaxy. Much interest is being put into finding the mechanical wonders in Cyborg, but also as much humanity seeks out for Victor Stone to say that there are people who still care. How long these feel-good moments will last is unknown, or at least until issue 2. This is made clear of the incoming danger across the galaxy, and since this is a solo run, can Cyborg really hold up on his own without any help from the Justice League? So, should we go out and get this debut run? Maybe not yet, unless you are very confident that Cyborg can get the same success as Aquaman. The only difference between the two series is that Aquaman's writing is being done by Jeff Jones. But what these two runs have in common is that the team handling the art are the same people. Nothing amazing is really going on in issue number 1. Probably it might take a few issues for this series to really build up some kind of hype. DC has been putting efforts to increase the popularity of Cyborg since the launch of the New 52, and for him getting a solo run is definitely another stepping stone for the character. I'm digging the artwork. The same standards you find in the New 52 Aquaman and the Brightest Day event are applied here. As mentioned, the story pace is balanced and just enough to keep you still interested on what happens in the next issue. Issue number 1 was recently released and now being sold at your local comic book stores. In Singapore, you would probably be able to get it around $4.99 SGD. On Comixology, it's going for $2.99 USD. Pretty much that's all I have for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Tell me what you think down in the comments. I'm Rom from Cosmic Fury. Like, comment, and subscribe. Cheers.